Hello, this is Inside the Press Box with Sunil Sunder Raj with Everyday Fan Sports. I'm happy to be speaking with New York Boulders catcher Gian Martellini. Gian, thank you so much for taking some time out to speak with me today. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hey, congrats, Gian. It said on a terrific night last night at the plate. 2 for 5. Five RBIs, including a grand slam home run in the first inning against Equipe Quebec. Your second grand slam of the season. Uh, can you talk about a 7-run outburst there in the first inning? I mean, it seems like Palisades Cardinal Park is your favorite place to hit, Gian.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ballpark here. But we were fortunate enough to have the bats off to a hot start, give our starting pitcher a nice little comfortable lead to go back out there and keep dealing. So it was definitely a good hot first inning.
Yeah, I mean, guys, tough, weekend, said in Sussex County there, dropping 3 out of 4. But, said of late, Gian, the offense has really been coming alive. I mean, you guys have been scoring double digits, in a bunch of games. Last night, 13 hits. I got to throw out these stats here. I mean, in 8 games with the Boulders, hitting 375 with 3 home runs, 15 RBIs, 12 hits, 7 runs scored. I mean, to come in here in that short amount of time and put up those numbers, I mean, what does that mean to you? I mean, all the hard work is really paying off for you, Gian.
Yeah, I'm fortunately seeing the ball really well right now. Baseball is an up and down game, that's for sure. So I've been fortunate enough to get here and get off to a pretty good start and contribute to the team and get some positives going with this club. So it's been a great start so far.
Okay, walk me through. It said the grand slam home run. That at bat. It said what you were seeing from their starting pitcher, and then just said when you were able to connect on that pitch and send it over, into the left field bleachers.
Yeah, it was just a heavy dosage of inside fastballs and changeups, kind of fluctuating between those two pitches. Again, I laid off a couple good pitches that their starting pitcher made. Fortunately, I was able to get out in front on a fastball there in a 3-2 count and give us a little more significant lead to again help the starting pitcher feel a little bit more comfortable out there with that big of a lead.
Yeah, if I recall, I think in that at bat, I think you fouled off a couple of pitches, and it said you were, I mean, definitely coming close, and then it said you were able to turn on that pitch. And, I think what was more impressive is that on the fifth run that you drove in with that single back up the middle into center field. I think again, it's just not about the power game; it's also playing small ball as well. Gian, can you talk about that aspect as well?
Yeah, right there, like I felt like I got beat a little bit with his fastball, but I was able to kind of get my hands through, not try to do too much, just kind of keep the line moving a little bit. So I was fortunate enough to get that ball up the middle, and Ray Hernandez was on second base. He got a good jump on that ball, so fortunate enough to get it through, keep the line moving, and grab another RBI.
They talk about this lineup, 1 through 9, Gian. I mean, his overall team, batting 274, 164 runs, scored 259 hits, 51 doubles, 25 home runs, 151 RBIs, 130 walks, and 61 stolen bases. I mean, to see those kind of numbers across the board, again, is it, now here, with summertime, I mean, it just seems like, the team is just, again, is really catching fire here. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, ever since I've been here, I've been very impressed with this lineup. A lot of guys can drive the ball over the fence. A lot of guys can drive the ball into the gap. So I think that each individual sticks with their approach pretty consistently, and they don't try to do too much. We just kind of try to keep the line moving a little bit. But from the time that I've been here for the week and a half, 2 weeks, I've been pretty impressed with the rest of the guys on the team and how they handle themselves in a professional manner in the box. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of positives come with this lineup.
They talk about playing for managers, TJ Stanton, and of course, with the home fans there. You guys a big 6-game homestand here, with Equipe Quebec, and then I think Washington coming in, for the weekend, for the July 4th weekend. But can you talk about a couple of those topics?
Yeah, it's always good to be home. Not traveling on the bus and whatnot. Get in your own bed and be comfortable and have a little bit more of a routine. So definitely being home it is for sure an advantage. But yeah, I mean, we're doing what we can right now and trying to score as many runs and have our pitching staff continue to do well. But being home definitely is a positive.
Hey, I don't want to forget also talking about your hitting, but I think also, as you said, playing the catching position, you also have Phil Capra back there. Can you talk about you and Phil, and then as well as again, dealing with the starting pitching as well? I mean, last night Orson, said got the starting nod, and then said you have the relief core that was able to come in there in the later innings. Can you talk about that as well, Gian?
Yeah. Definitely coming here in the beginning, it's a little bit of an adjustment to try and learn an entire new pitching staff after learning a whole new one in Sean Berg. But Phil and Marcus have both done an awesome job with me, trying to fill me in on different guys and what they like, what they dislike, and things of that nature. So both of those guys have been extremely helpful. I cannot say enough positive about those two. But yeah, I mean, those two guys have been a significant help to me in terms of, trying to learn an entire new pitching staff in the matter of 2 days. Because when I did get here, I had that night off, and then the following day I was in there. So it's definitely it's not an easy thing to do. Trying to get on the same page with 15 new pitchers that you just met the night before. So yeah. Those two guys have significantly helped me in that regard.
You alluded to the fact, I think twice you were with Sean Berg, and, said you did well. I think, in 6 games this year, I think you were hitting 333. I'm just wondering, making that adjustment coming from Sean Berg, to the New York Boulders, just wondering about that as well, Gian.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed my time in Schaumburg. It was a great spot with great teammates, great coaches. I loved the fans there. They were great. It just didn't work out there and what I was expecting. So I was fortunate enough to land a great spot here in New York. So just trying to make the most of it here.
Yeah, I just have a couple more and then I'll let you go. I know that in the past you played in the Cape Cod League for Wareham and Ocean State in the New England Collegiate Baseball League. When you look back on those times, what comes to your mind? I just had to ask you about that, Gian.
Just, yeah, I mean, playing in the NACBL with Ocean State Waves. My first year in the Cape, I was with Katuitt, and then my second year was with Wareham, and we ended up winning the championship in Wareham. But those times, you look back on them now, and it's actually funny. You come across guys that you've played with, played against in the past, and in all those different leagues. So, yeah, I mean, you just kind of build your baseball resume, and looking back on those times, I mean, it was a great time and brings you to today's game now.
Teddy, I think, graduated from Boston College. It was looking back, 2019, hit 300 with 3 home runs, 26 RBIs, 63 hits, and 11 triples. When you look back, I said with the with Boston College, I mean, said you were able to succeed and, flourish, said while, playing college ball. Can you talk about that, Gian?
Yeah, I had great guy Boston College. It was a wonderful school. Playing ACC baseball was awesome. But yeah, I was fortunate enough to have pretty good success over there and try to take what I learned there into the present day now. Yeah.
Final question. Okay, from I believe Johnstown, Rhode Island, attended Bishop Hendrickson High School in Warwick. Can you talk about the reaction from family and friends? Seeing what you're able to do here with the Boulders, Gian.
Yeah, my friends from home, they're a great group. But yeah, they've been pretty positive and they've been very supportive with me through my whole transition from Schaumburg here. And I think they're a little happy that I'm a little closer to home now, so they're able to get over here and watch me play in person as opposed to watching me through the computer or on TV. So yeah, it was great.
Sounds good. Hey, I'm going to let you go and get ready for tonight's game. Can't thank you enough, Gian, for the time. Wishing you continued success, with the New York Boulders, and as the 2021 regular season here in the Frontier League continues.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.